I didn't break down all at once. It happened quietly, inside my head. Same voice, same story. Every single day, a loop replaying a recent trauma, feeding me conclusions before I had the facts, and fear before there was any evidence. My mind wasn't thinking anymore. It was hijacking me. And the most disturbing part, I believed that voice was me. Until one night, exhausted, I stopped fighting it. I did something radical. I just listened. No judgment, no interpretation, just pure observation. That moment changed everything. When you observe a thought without reacting to it, something strange happens. Distance appears. I suddenly realized the voice wasn't me. It was just memory, conditioning, a neural reflex. It's what neuroscience calls predictive modeling. You see, the brain doesn't search for truth. It searches for familiarity. And trauma is very, very familiar. As I kept observing, patterns started to emerge. Emotional spikes, constant repetitions, automatic narratives. I wasn't healing by force anymore, I was debugging the system. And that's when the ego cracked. Not destroyed, exposed. I became the eye behind the mind, and fear finally lost its grip. Once you realize you are not your thoughts, a dangerous question appears. If I am not the mind, what am I? That question doesn't lead to religion. It leads to research, so I went looking for answers that science could not dismiss. First, quantum physics. In the famous double-slit experiment, particles behave as waves until they're observed. The simple act of measurement collapses probability into actual matter. This isn't philosophy, it's repeatable physics. Matter doesn't fully exist until an interaction occurs. Second, quantum entanglement. You can split a particle and separate the two halves across vast distances. When you change the state of one, the other responds instantly. No signal. No delay. Faster than the speed of light. Einstein called it spooky action at a distance. Today, it powers quantum computing. It tells us that reality is non-local. Third, Noetic. Science. Experiments show that our intention can affect random number generators. Heart-focused emotional coherence can measurably alter electromagnetic fields several feet from the body. The heart actually generates a field 5,000 times stronger than the brain's. This is not mysticism. It's measurable by... And fourth, the placebo and nocebo effects. Belief alone can heal or destroy without changing the physical chemistry. If consciousness were irrelevant, placebo effects would not exist. But they do, at a massive scale, in verified clinical trials. So, let's put it all together. Quantum physics tells us matter is energy. Neuroscience tells us perception shapes our experience. Noetic research tells us intention influences systems. When you connect these dots, a conclusion emerges not as a belief, but as pure logic. Consciousness does not just observe reality. It participates in it. You are not a body that produces consciousness. You are consciousness interfacing with the body. That awareness, though one listening to my voice right now, is fundamental. It is shared. It is non-local, and it is creative. Now, here's the real thriller part. If this is true, then most of humanity is unconsciously creating the exact same reality every single day through fear, repetition, and unexamined thought. Statistics show that up to 65% of our daily thoughts are negative and repetitive. Not because reality is hostile, but because our attention is untrained. An unobserved mind is a weapon turned inward. So, here's an experiment for you. Tonight, before you go to sleep, do not rehearse tomorrow's problems. Instead, do this. First, ask clearly for what you want, not desperately, but precisely. Second, visualize it as if it's already real. Third, feel gratitude for it now, not later. And fourth, release your expectation and just act ethically the next day. This isn't wishful thinking. This is state priming, emotional coherence, and attention alignment. Ancient traditions called it prayer. Modern science calls it neuroplastic conditioning. Different language, same mechanism. This knowledge was once hidden, not because it was mystical, but because it's dangerous. A population that understands its own creative power cannot be easily controlled. That's why this information can feel uncomfortable. That's why some people reject it instinctively. Truth always destabilizes outdated systems. This isn't the end of the story. This is the awakening phase. In the next video, we're going even deeper. How collective consciousness shapes entire civilizations, why time is not linear, and how to consciously exit a survival-based reality. If this resonated with you, don't just agree. Test it. Observe your thoughts. Measure your emotional state. Track what changes. Because the most dangerous idea in the universe is not that consciousness creates reality, it is that you might be responsible for yours. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next chapter.